As you can see, I'm up at my flying field, and well, I've got visitors. Beautiful longhorn cattle here. I can't obviously fly. I wanted to do another range test on my Inspire today, but obviously I can't. So I'm not going to try and fly around here and scare these beautiful animals. So I'll just leave them in peace today, I think, and hopefully they'll make their way off to other pastures a little later on, probably in the week sometime. I'll come back up and see if I can do a range test. What I want to do, this fella's in the way now. You mind my car with them horns, mate. As you can see, there's a bit of breeze blowing today as well. It would have been perfect for a range test because I intended to fly out in that direction, over those hills there, and see how far I could get with the Inspire 1 Pro. And with the wind coming towards me, it would have been ideal, because obviously when you're doing these sort of tests, it's always best to go out with the wind against you. So when the battery tells you it's getting a bit low, you've got plenty of leeway to get back. I guess it's gusting up about 5-10 knots today, which would have been ideal, but still, never mind. You can see it's just blown me door closed, so it is gusting a bit today. Look at that beautiful animal. Yeah, fantastic. Right, okay then, I'm off, and leave these beautiful animals in peace, and I'll chat to you again soon, probably later on in the week. Bye for now. Hello, and welcome along to part 2 of my exploits with my Inspire 1 Pro here at my flying field. I'm sat in the car here because I'm in fact just contemplating whether or not to try and fly the Inspire today, because I have yet again got cattle on my flying field. Yep, those longhorn devils are back. So what can you do? What can you do? I did fly here yesterday. However, I was having a few technical issues. I was having problems with the signal I was getting from the Inspire for the image. It did clear up during the course of the afternoon I was here. So I don't know if it was some local interference causing problems, or whether it was an actual glitch in the system itself. I don't know. But I really do want to do another range test with the Inspire and fly out over towards Stourport and the hills beyond, and see exactly how far I can get. Yesterday I got almost as far as I wanted to get, but I did have problems with it glitching on the video feed, so I couldn't see much of what was going on. I was heavily relying on the telemetry I was getting back, which was working fine, and so rather than risk perhaps flying into a hill, I thought it'd probably be best to just turn back and come home again. But no, I think the problems resolved themselves during the course of that flight, and now today I really wanted to try again. But as you can see, well, you can't see at the moment, but I will turn the camera around in a moment and show you the cattle on the field. Anyway, keep watching, and who knows, I may well have this amazing long range test that I really want to try coming up in the next day or two. So fingers crossed. Okay, I'll just show you the cattle where they are. They're not particularly in the way at the moment, but they do have a habit. They're very nosy, these cows. once you start setting up and flying the drone around, they do like to come and have a look and see what's going on, and that obviously isn't good. I don't like flying over animals or around animals even. So that's the reason why I probably won't fly today, because they are fairly close to where I take off from and land. And I'll show you that now. I'll just turn the camera off and take it off the stand here, and I'll show you where the cows are. Okay. But just over there are cattle. Just in front of us, where you can see the table and benches, that's where I set up, and obviously the cattle are a bit close to where I take off from, so because I take off just in front of that bench and table there. Hey up. Behave. There might be children watching, you never know. Anyway, yeah, so this is my flying field, and obviously I'm not going to be flying around here today again because of the cattle. I did come up here yesterday and did a few flights, as I said, which worked out okay, but I was having some glitches with my video feed, so I didn't get as far as I wanted to go at the time. But I do intend to stretch it out and see exactly how far I can go here. Just down here you will see the sort of lovely mess they leave behind, these cattle. Yeah. So I have to tippy toe around my flying field at the moment because there's an awful lot of that around. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see me even. I know it's got quite a wide angle lens on it, but I don't think it's pointing at me. But as I say, I do want to get a long range flight in the next couple of days. I've just recharged my Inspire batteries, so I don't want to leave them too long. If I don't do a range test here and the cattle do persist in coming up, then I'll find another site to fly from, because I don't want to leave my batteries fully charged for too long. So it will be within the next couple of days, I should think now. My day's fairly full tomorrow, and I've got a few things to do. Probably it'll be Wednesday, so the batteries will only be charged a couple of days, so I think that'll be fine. Way up. Oh, he's pulled out the way. Got a car coming up, it's only a narrow lane. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so here we are, we're on our way home now. It's quite a warm day today, actually. I would have the aircon on, but it'll probably drown out the microphone on my little action cam. So it's not an expensive GoPro or anything like that, but it is a 4K action cam, and I think it works quite well. I've been quite pleased with the footage I've got from it so far. It's sort of fairly stabilised, I think. I'm going to be really generous and let these guys out here this lane because it's quite treacherous. Let this little red one go. And away we go. I've never done this, driving while vlogging before. Another thing I want to talk about is speculation coming up on the launch of the new DJI product, which is happening on the 18th of July in New York. It's called See the Bigger Picture. That's the name of the announcement or the launch. And obviously it relates to something photographic, and more than likely something drone related. So we're looking probably at a new Mavic Pro 2. The reasons why I say that is because the Phantom 4 Pro has only recently had an upgrade. I think, you know, to push for the Phantom 5 at this stage would have made the version 2 irrelevant, to be honest. And I don't think DJI, if they knew that they would have had another Phantom in the pipeline at this stage, would have bothered upgrading the current Phantom 4 Pro. So that's my reason for thinking it's not the Phantom 5. The reason why I don't think it's a Spark is because the Mavic Air is really the Spark Pro, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, it probably has more in common with the Spark than it does the Mavic series, apart from its folding design and its three-axis gimbal and 4K, I suppose. But it has the gesture controls of, got kids on bikes here, and they're all over the road, so I want to get past them. Where was I? Oh yes, the Spark. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a Spark Pro because at the end of the day, I think the Mavic Air is the Spark Pro. The size of the drone is, in fact, when the Mavic Air is folded, it's a smaller size than the Spark. Now, you know, I've heard a lot of people on YouTube saying, well, let's make the Spark a folding drone. But then, what have you got? You've got the Mavic Air, haven't you? Really. So, and to get the amount of technology into a drone that size, you probably need nanotechnology, to be honest. If you want to upgrade the Spark to make it as good or better than the Mavic Air, and I can't see DJI wanted to do that. So that's my reasons for thinking it's going to be a new Mavic. And the reason why I think it's going to be a new Mavic is because there's another reason why they released the Mavic Air and called it a Mavic. I think the new Mavic Pro is going to be an upscaled version of the Mavic Air, basically, except obviously a lot more features and even possibly that elusive 1-inch sensor that everybody's been hoping for a drone of that size. So that's my reasons for thinking it's going to be the Mavic Pro. And fingers crossed that it is, because, you know, there's a lot of guys out there who have had the Mavic Pro now for several years, and obviously looking forward to an upgrade. So, you know, I think that's probably a good way to go for DJI. I'm sure it'll sell like hotcakes if it's going to be as good as everybody reckons it's going to be. Let's say the other reason why I don't think it's a Phantom 5 as well is because there's no competition for the Phantom 5. There's the unique Typhoon H Plus, which has just been released with the 1-inch sensor, but it doesn't do anything more or better than the current Phantom 4 Pro does. It's a lot bigger, it's a lot heavier to carry around, its technology is dated, it's as old as the Phantom 4 Pros in that respect. It's very expensive, it's a lot more expensive than the Phantom 4, and also very limited on range. I think the range is only about 1 kilometre or something. Although range isn't really that important, Oh well. The range isn't really that important. I'm still trying to concentrate on driving here. I think, as regarding quality of signal, obviously the further the drone can fly with a good signal is important, because the strength of the signal could get washed out behind trees or whatever. Whereas I think, to be honest with you, my Phantom 4 Pro, I've never had any major issues with dropout in short distances. I mean, short distances are around about a kilometre, with its light bridge system, even when trees are in the way. Yeah, I have videos posted of range tests with my Phantom, and there are plenty of trees in the way, and I'm getting up to 3 miles. That's about 6 kilometres or something like that. So you could quite safely say this new drone announcement, seeing the bigger picture, reading between the lines and what everybody's been saying on YouTube, I think it's going to be a Mavic Pro 2 with the 1-inch sensor. I don't think it's going to be a 360-degree camera. I think that's a bit of a gimmick still at the moment. There are plenty of 360-degree cameras out there. If you want to attach one to your drone, you can, and plenty have. There's plenty of YouTube footage out there of guys flying their drones with 360-degree cameras on, and they do look amazing and interesting. But for serious cinematographers and guys who want to take pictures, then really, you know, you just want a good camera, you know, on board. I think when the 5 comes out, it will have the interchangeable lenses, as we've seen. You know, DJI said that photograph of the Obsidian rather, with the interchangeable lenses on board, was for a private customer. What private customer would want to invest that sort of money for a one-off from a company like DJI that already sell drones with interchangeable lenses? Say my Inspire 1 has the X5 camera on board and has interchangeable lenses. So, you know, they could have just bought one of them, probably for a lot less money than it would have cost them to develop the interchangeable lenses for the Phantom 4. So, yeah, I think that technology will definitely go on to the Phantom 5, and that's very exciting. For that form factor of drone, that size and form factor of drone, to have a camera with interchangeable lenses, especially with the quality of the sensor that the Phantom 4 has at the moment, the 1-inch CMOS solid sensor, is absolutely incredible. You know, I put it up against the X7 myself. I think, you know, with the right conditions, bright lighting and all the rest of it, in 4K, at the right frame rate and speeds and everything, I don't think you could tell any difference between that and the X7. So, yeah, it's a good camera, and I think they'll only make it better by putting the interchangeable lenses on it. Anyway, I'm home now, whee! And I'm going to go and have a lie down in a darkened room. You take care of yourselves, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.